So it was Aria what?
Lee.
Aria Lee and Ryan
Begeman.
Begeman. Okay. So, have you guys been acting for a while?
Yeah. I mean, I've been acting for a pretty long time. I started acting when I was like around, there's a bug right there, it's like freaking me out. When I was about like 6 or 7. So that's when I started acting, yeah. So, pretty long time. Because I'm like gonna be 14 in March now, so. What? Are you calling me old? What about you?
I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4.
Ow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Because you're like 7 right now, so.
Is this the first feature-length movie you guys have been in?
For me, yes. Well,
For
I was
me,
I was
I
an
don't
extra and I was an extra in like a previous like feature film that I've done. But this is the first time I've had like a lead in a film, so that's pretty cool.
Alright. So, what role do you play? Could you describe what you're doing here as an actor?
Okay. Do you want to go first?
Okay. Basically in the shack all the time.
It's in the shack all the time. Okay.
In the house all the time.
What's your character's name?
Billy.
Billy.
What does Billy do?
Plays with Jack at just the beginning of the movie, that's it.
He likes to play a lot.
Okay. So what's Grace like? What do you think Grace is?
Grace is, I think, she's very brave. She's a very brave character. So yeah, she is basically just a girl who wants to just have fun. She cares a lot about her brother, and she's kind of just like, you know, full of curiosity as well. And you know, after hearing about the news, you know, her first thought is to go save her brother. And so she's a very heroic and brave character, and I really appreciate that a lot. And I think it's just really cool to be able to play her.
Okay, so this is me imparting an answer on to Ryan. You can disagree with me if you want, but I feel like Ryan brings a certain energy to Billy that we didn't expect. We wanted Billy to be like this very quiet, very sweet little child, but Ryan did have a lot of sweet moments, but he also brought a lot of fun to the character, I think. So how do you feel about what you brought as an actor to the
Good,
character?
because I love that whip.
The whip?
Toy.
The toy whip they played with.
We played with toys earlier, and there was this toy whip that he kept playing with, and then there was this sword that we would not let him touch because we didn't trust him
And then
with
I
it.
smacked the ground.
Yeah, that's why we didn't trust you with it. So it was very fun, but anyways, what is really your favorite part of this?
The whip.
The whip is what Ryan has brought to the table. Okay.
That's interesting.
Okay. So, how do you guys feel about being in a horror movie? You know, this movie there's a lot of scary stuff in it. So.
Scared.
I'm just scared. For me, I really love horror movies, okay? So, like, when I was first auditioning for this, I'm just like, okay, this is just speaking to me? Like, but, like, no, this is, like, it was just, like, really speaking to me. And, like, I really love the genre. I loved what it was about. And so I was really, like, this is, like, one of the first times I auditioned for something, and I was, like reaching for it so much, like, I really wanted to get it. And, because I just, like, it was kind of one of the first times I felt like I, you know, had as much as, like, this is a bit of a, not as much of a confidence booster, but this is the first time I auditioned for something I thought I actually had a chance. But, like for a lead, I mean, but, so, you know, what's just funny about it is, like, whenever I first figured out about the character Graybeard and, like, what this is about, it was funny because my mom was, like, in the car with me, and she, as we were auditioning, as we were, like, about to head over to audition at home, and she was just like, just so you know, this is like, this character in this film is, like, loosely based off of a guy, like, who actually ate children, and yeah. I'm just like, oh my gosh, are you talking about Albert Fish?
You did studies beforehand. Okay.
Yeah, so I, like, already knew about it. Like, and this isn't, like, at all based on the film. I like hearing a lot about, like, creepy stories that are like actually true and stuff like that. And so I already knew about this, like before I even knew I was gonna audition. And so I just thought that was so funny, and I'm just like, if this doesn't show a sign, I don't know what does. But that's kind of just
like
my very long-winded answer on that.
Yeah, it was a sign.
It was just a sign.
We're not really that scared. I'm not really that scared. Like,
You're not that scared. You're fine.
We don't really have a whole lot of scary moments.
Yeah, it's just like the whole like plot and everything is disturbing.
except for that note.
And yeah, the note. And it's psychological, and definitely in some cases, and I love psychological, so. And that's another thing I really like about this, so yeah.
I love Halloween movies.
So, this movie is a period piece, so this one in particular, there's 3 in the whole set. So, this one had you guys do a lot of continuity checks for being old-fashioned, right? So you had to wear old clothes, you had to be in this old set.
So that way they think it's like from 1620.
20s, a little bit.
1920s-ish, a little post Great Depression.
Yeah, not 1620s.
It's not funny. It's not regular. It's not that regular.
Okay.
It's just like a regular party.
It's an outhouse.
Yeah, it's an outhouse. But how do you guys feel about this time period? Did you have fun with imagining this time period?
No. I'm kidding, kinda.
Kinda.
I didn't know how it would be like, so.
Okay,
I was
well
kinda-
that's fair enough. I mean, I really I already knew about the 30s and 40s a lot before I came here, so like I really loved this time period, and so I was really excited to be able to like wear clothes and like kind of like do something that and like kind of be a part of something that was a part of this time period, and I like the music a lot from it and all of that. And I think my favorite part was definitely the clothing, though. I like the dresses that I got to wear and stuff like that. It was very fun. And I think my favorite part overall of just like being able to do a film a part of this time period is the house that we were in. It was just like amazing, like how well it was like put together. Yeah, it was just like, and like, just looking at it, like I love the architecture and everything, and like when you go, and it's not just like on the outside, when you go inside, like everything just like, everything is like, it's like it's not just like vintage looking, but like it's real. It's like, like a real life stove that like is probably like really old and it's just like a bunch of that. So yes, of course we had to be like really careful, but it was just amazing to kind of just be able to film in that spot and just like look at all this stuff and everything. And I think the thing that I was just most concerned about that though is I'm really clumsy, so I was scared I was gonna break something, and like I just loved how it looked, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to break anything. So I think that was kind of just probably my biggest concern, but I loved the house. Yes.
Did you feel like you were gonna break anything, Ryan?
A little.
He almost did at one point.
And you almost did at one point.
No,
You
I did
almost
not.
broke that fire extinguisher.
I did not break the fire. I dropped it.
Okay. If there was something you could have done in the movie that you really would have wanted to see in the movie, like a character moment, a special prop or a scene, what would you have added to the movie if you could? A sword?
And I could go.
At me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not at Graybeard, the villain?
No, Graybeard.
Okay.
At Graybeard. I was gonna
thought
say,
so.
I'm the one who saves you. What was I gonna say? For me, I think what I would want the most, like for, I don't know. I think that something I would want to add is maybe.
You.
She's already in it.
I'm already in it,
I
man.
know.
I don't know. Like I really like the way it is, and I'm not really good at thinking beyond stuff like this. But like I think that it would be kind of cool if they did it like if like whenever they're like fast, kind of doing like a fast forward from like whenever like Grace saves Billy. It would be kind of cool if they did that thing where like they had it like go on like where they had like a fast forward be like years later.
Oh.
It would be like it would just be like interesting to see, like maybe like they're like like they're a lot older now, they've far like forgotten this experience, and then they like one day like see, and then maybe at that point is when they see their Uncle Peter, like something like
Uncle
that.
Peter.
Like yeah, and it would just be very interesting to see like like how they would react to that. I don't know. Like I mean, I really like it the way it is, but if I like had to add or change something, I don't know. I guess that's what I would say.
Okay. Well, I think we're pretty good there. Do you guys have anything to add?
Yes.
Watch it.
Okay.
I
Cryptic
hope you like this video.
If you already watched it, I hope you really liked it because we worked hard on it, and everyone's
Well,
really talented.
I hope we make Graybeard too.
No. What? No. I think probably on a serious note, what I would like to add is that this is all just a really fun experience, and if you're hoping to pursue acting one day, and if you're just like too afraid to do it, I say do it, because I promise you won't regret it, and you should always just do what you love. And that's really cheesy, but I promise you it's true.